All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and salutations to the brothers that are pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. All right, this is your brother Yahweh Allah from GMS Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. And in this video, I want to go into the topic of tempting not the Lord. All right, because we got to understand that the Lord is in control of everything, man. All right, we can't try to provoke him to act in a way that, or try to like force him to do our will, man. We at the end of the day, we're here to serve him and work to do his will. Okay. He doesn't work on our time, man. We work on his time. Okay. So Lord willing, through the Spirit, this video will be edifying. All right. I want to start here in Matthew 4:5. It says, "Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city." That's when the devil was tempting Yahweh Shai, the son of the Most High, right? And it says, "And setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone." All right. Because pretty much Satan was telling Yahweh Shai to cast himself from the mountain so that the angels, so that the Lord, can send the angels to save him. Right. Verse 7, it says, Yahweh Shai said unto him, It is written, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Right. Try to get him, to work, and do something for you when you want it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait on the Lord, man. Okay. That's the same thing that happened over here in the book of Judith. All right. When Judith chapter 8, it says, I'm gonna start in verse 9. Now Judith had heard that the governors of the city Bethulia, all right, they were surrounded. The city was surrounded by Assyrians, all right, and the Assyrians were not allowing they're pretty much starving out the people, all right, and the governors of the city had said that if the Lord did not deliver them within 5 days, that they would pretty much surrender and give the cities over to the Assyrians, right? So they can finally eat, right? Excuse me. I'm actually read here in verse 9. It says, Judith 8:9. It says, Now when she heard the evil words of the people against the governor, that they fainted for lack of water, for Judith hath heard all the words that Ozias had spoken unto them, and that he had sworn to deliver the cities unto the Assyrians after 5 days. Then she sent her waiting woman that had the government of all things that she had, to call Osias and Chabriz and Charmiz, the ancients of the city, and they came unto her, and she said unto them, all right, so now she's talking to the ancients of the city, and this is what Judah said. It says, Hear me now, O ye governors of the inhabitants of Bethulia, for your words that ye have spoken before the people this day are not right, touching this oath which ye had made and pronounced between God and you, and have promised to deliver the city to our enemies, unless within these days the Lord turn to help you, right? So pretty much they were trying to provoke the Lord into coming to help them within those 5 days. And, the Lord doesn't work on your time, man. You might, want to get delivered, at a certain point, but you got to wait on the Lord, man. Trust in him. Okay. And that was the same thing that was going on with Yahweh Shai. Like, we don't have, the Lord at a, second you call him, he's going to deliver you, which he could, don't get me wrong. He could, but it's on his time. That's the point. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. You can't try to provoke him or tempt him into action, when we're under his mercy. All right. Verse 12, it says, And now who are ye that have tempted God this day, and stand instead of God among the children of men? Right, because you pretty much playing like to be God, like you have better understanding, right? No, man. It's everything is the will of the Lord. All right. Verse 13, it says, "And now try the Lord Almighty, but ye shall never know anything, for ye cannot find the depth of the heart of man, neither can ye perceive the things that he thinketh," right? His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. "And how can ye search out God that had made all things, and know his mind, or comprehend his purpose," right? He has a purpose to all these things, man. All right, it says, "Nay, my brethren, provoke not the Lord our God to anger. For if he will not help us within these 5 days, he hath power to defend us when he will, even every day, or to destroy us before our enemies," right? Because at the end of the day, it's the Lord's will. He could have saved them within the 5 days. He could have done it that second, or, he even had the power in his hand to just deliver them up, man. So, you can't force the Lord to do anything, man. We're all under his mercy, man. Once again, all right, it's his will. All right. Verse 16 is a beautiful point here. It says, "Do not bind the counsels of the Lord our God, for God is not as man that he may be threatened, neither is he as the son of man that he should be wavering," right? Like you're gonna tell him, "Oh, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna do that." Like, no, he's not threatened, man. Neither does he waver. All right. So stop it. You can't tempt the Lord. All right. It's a commandment, man. Don't tempt it, man. All right. Verse 17, it says, "Therefore let us wait for salvation of him, and call upon him to help us, and he will hear our voice if it please him." And that's the spirit that we got to be in, man. Realize that the Lord's in control of everything, and we call upon him for his help, man. That he may have mercy on us, not us try to bind his counsel, man, and try to have him work for us when we would have him. We wait on him, man, and if he will, he would he would deliver us, man. So that's pretty much the point. I want to go back to this Matthews, because Yahushua said, "It is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God." And I want to go to this Deuteronomy 6 where it was written. All right, Deuteronomy 6:13, it says, "Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you. For Yahweh thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of Yahweh thy power be kindled against you, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth." All right. So we're supposed to fear him and swear by his name. All right. Not go after other gods, lest we make him angry, and he kindle his anger against us, man, and we be destroyed. "Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God as ye tempted him in Messiah." All right. And I'm going to go into that shortly as well. All right. I'm going to just keep reading here in 17. It says, "Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his testimonies and his statutes which he command thee. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good of the land which Yahweh sware unto thy father," man. And this is the point. Like, this is how you're going to trust in him, that he's going to deliver you and help you, and that everything goes good for you if you do his statutes and his commandments, man. Not trying to bind them up, or bind up his counsel in your favor, man. Okay. We're supposed to, wait on him and hope for his mercy, and being assured that he will help us if we do that which is good in his sight. Okay. If we seek after him, if we don't kindle his anger against us, against us by doing what he hates, man. Okay. So I'm going to go to that Exodus where they tempted the Lord. All right. I'm going to start here in Exodus chapter 17. I'm going to start in verse 3. It says, "And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried, you know what, Salaki, I'm going to start at 1. All right, it says, and the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses. All right, if we go into the interlinear to get that word chide, all right, Rayab, all right, to strive, to contend, all right, pretty much, to fight with him, man. All right, going back and forth with him, right? It says, and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord? Like they were, telling Moses to give him water, when Moses was saying, why are you tempting the Lord, man? Again, they were at the Lord's time, man, not them, their time when they wanted it, right? It was up to the Lord. You have to wait upon him. Okay. And the people there thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, wherefore is it that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, wherefore shall I do unto this people? There be almost ready to stone me. And these people, their ass was bugged out, man. They were tempting the Lord, all right, trying to, get him to give them water, man. And the Lord, trying to force Moses, or the Lord, to give them water, man. And the Lord said unto Moses, go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders, and he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord Yahweh, saying, is Yahweh among us or not? Right? They were trying him, testing, like, oh, is he with us or not? Have him give us this water. It's bugged out. We shouldn't be tempting the Lord. All right, we at His time, man. Our thoughts are not His thoughts. All right. So, that's pretty much it, man. We can't, try to provoke the Lord to do our will, man. We're working the will, the Lord willing, we're striving to do His will, and that's the point. We're under His mercy. He made us, He made the heavens and the earth. He made us, He gave us our soul. He's going to put us through our different afflictions and our temptations, and we got to trust in Him, man, working the things that are good, so that we, Lord willing, obtain mercy through Him, and that He'll show us favor in our time of afflictions. All right. Not try to force Him to do, things, our will, pretty much. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Going into not tempting the Lord. I just want to get this last precept here in Sirach 5:5, because you can also tempt the Lord by provoking Him to anger, and that's another thing that we don't, another way we don't want to tempt the Lord, by being over wicked. Okay, because then you're provoking Him to anger, and you damn sure don't want to bring Him to that level, because your ass will get destroyed. All right, this is Sirach chapter 5 verse 5. It says, concerning propitiation, be not fear to add sin to sin. All right, I'm actually starting in verse 4. It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. So don't say that, man. I have sinned, and what has happened unto me. All right, provoking Him, to anger. Verse verse 5 says, concerning propitiation, he be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. All right. It says, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners, man. So, don't provoke him to anger in that way either, man. All right. Because mercy comes from him, but so does wrath, man. Okay. And you'll kind of find out, you keep adding sin to sin, you provoke him to anger, man. Shit. You're going to find out why the Lord told him not to tempt him, man. Not to test him. All right. So, hey, man, that's pretty much it. I just want to go into it. Pretty much that Judith, breaks it down that, the Lord, he has purposed, his purposes, and we can't go above that. Right. We're on the Lord's time. We're under his mercy. We gotta trust that he sees our affliction, and that trust, that he sees us trying to please him by working his commandments, what he has commanded us. All right. So that so he can show mercy on us, man, instead of being overly wicked. Okay. Because then you're going to find out of his wrath. Okay. So anyways, that's pretty much it, man. With that, Lord willing, the elect out there was edified. I want to end this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And salutations to the brothers that are pushing out also this word in truth and in sincerity. All right. Actually, I'm going to finish with this last verse here in 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and then thy security shall be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So that's exactly what's going to happen if you try the Lord and adding sin to sin, man. All right. Yeah, he's merciful, but also that wrath cometh from him. All right. So with that, until the next one, I say shalom.